Good evening and thanks for joining us. The Public Health Commissioner, Dr. Jude Gedeon, says there will be no new health restriction even if there is a rise in COVID-19 cases. However, he is urging members of the public to respect and apply all measures in place to avoid further surge in COVID cases.
Most of the cases that we are registering, these are all the active cases, are among the youth and the young people. They are mostly the one that is responsible for most of the transmission and most of the active cases. We have cases distributed over all districts of the country of significance in the east and south of Mahé. Highest is in Okap, en Soyal and en Sopin, but also Ile Perseverance with 55 current active cases. When we look at the trend since the end of March into the whole month of April, we've stagnated between 700 and 900 cases, active cases. So as we discharge cases, we're getting new ones. So this is an elevated, sustained community transmission. And every now and then we register small clusters of outbreak. The rolling average as a result has not, since it crept up at the end of March, it has remained more or less steady and currently stands at 79. And we know that the variant that is responsible for this sustained transmission is Omicron BA.2, because 98% of those tested for the month of March have been Omicron BA.2, which is more transmissible than Omicron BA.1, although it may not cause more severe disease, but it can cause severe disease among those who are unvaccinated or who have underlying medical conditions. And the preventive messages are very simple: hand washing, wearing of face masks when you are in public places, when you cannot keep the social distances, hand sanitization, avoiding large crowds. And if you have symptoms, do not get contact with others, stay at home, get tested. And especially if you are due for your vaccination as a first, second, or third dose, please do and get.
President Wevel Ramkalawan, who is also the Chancellor of the University of Seychelles, has said that he would initiate discussions with the Ministry of Education to address the lack of campus space being faced by the university. President Ramkalawan made the comment while visiting the facilities at the Montfleury and Ansoyal campus yesterday afternoon. The Montfleury campus is shared with the Institute of Distance and Open Learning, CIDOL, whereas the Ansoyal campus is shared with the Business Studies Academy, SBSA. Both CIDOL and SBSA are under the auspices of the Ministry of Education.
At Montfleury, it's a tight campus, so we'll be looking at the possibility of expanding the Montfleury campus, and the same here at Ansoyal. So that if we can put the university once and for all on a sure footing, as far as the campus is concerned, the training programs are already developed, and we are on the right track. We got excellent results last year, and I'm convinced that this year we will again get excellent results. So my encouragement is for this spirit to continue, and I want UNICEF to fulfill its vocation as a good university that provides for the needs of Seychelles.
The National Assembly has approved a motion for the House to form a sectorial committee that will work alongside the departments responsible for agriculture, environment, renewable energy, climate change, blue economy, and the outer islands. The mover of the motion, MNA for Belazar, François Adelaide, said the aim is to ensure sustainable economic and social development whilst preserving the environment and enriching reaching the country. Members of the LDS majority party spoke in favor of the motion, whilst the U.S. members in the opposition say that such a committee might be interfering with the work of the executive. Members from the majority party voted in favor of the motion, whilst the majority party abstained. Members of the National Assembly has made an undivided call on the executive for greater protection for men and women who are victims of physical and sexual aggression at their workplaces. This was the subject of a motion by the elected representative for Glacis, Regina Esparon.
Presenting the motion to the Assembly yesterday, Mrs. Esparon pointed out that existing laws and policies are not clear enough and that there is no proper recourse for those enduring abuse by their co-workers. Several members addressed the House with recommendations on the motion. Amongst the laws being proposed for amendments are the Employment Act, the Public Service Order, the Public Ethics Act, and others. There was a proposal for all employers to have a code of conduct to deal with situations at organization level. All members present voted in favor of the motion.
We've come to the end of this news summary. Thank you for watching.